Okay. Yeah, I did a practice one first before well, let me get this in the screen so you can see it. So I was trying to make the
Yeah,
little,
and
the
you
little
totally
rows
did
show
them.
up or
Yeah.
whatever they're called, the stitch columns. So I wanted to make sure I could do that before I started to work with the actual yarn on the acorn. But I think it's coming along. It took me a while to figure that out. I did wonder, oh, here's another person. That's good. I did wonder on the left lifted increase that is it accurate to stitch to the back of that?
Yeah. Yes. You're
It
supposed to
is. Okay.
knit into the back of the stitch. Yeah.
Okay. I was not sure on that. And
Yeah.
it's funny because I had gone to one of the recordings from a year ago when you were doing this. And I just watched a little bit and I thought, well, I better go to YouTube and figure out if I can figure out those stitches before I go back to the real thing,
Yeah.
knowing that you would be here today. Yeah.
I put links for the left lifted and right lifted on this year's recordings. I thought they were pretty clear if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it looks like you got them. So you're good.
I may not have gone to the correct one. I went to one where the the woman that was doing it was showing both of them in a row.
Hmm.
And
That's
she started
fine.
with the
Yeah.
right and then did the left. So I
Hmm.
so I figured it out just in kind of watching. So yeah.
The trick is to go 2 stitches down on the left.
Two stitches. Yes, yes, yeah.
Yeah, once when you're taking it on the left, you have to go boop, you have to go 2 down instead of just 1 down.
Right. Yep. Okay. And it's hard at the very start of it. Let's see if I can even do, you probably can't see that. I'm going
There,
in and out
there,
of
there.
focus. Yeah, but the little it's so itty bitty at the very beginning. I couldn't see what I was
You
trying to
can't
lift
see what you're
too
doing.
well. Yeah,
Yeah.
it took a while to kind of figure that out. But then
I
once
I
I
almost
had it,
think it doesn't matter. I mean, it's so tiny. I don't know. I mean, it's just so tiny, it doesn't matter.
itty bitty, yeah.
Mine looks like kind of a hodgepodge. I mean, not that you have to see mine, but I can show you mine.
And I did, oh, okay.
Here,
Yeah,
let me, sorry, here we go. You can see it's just kind of a hodgepodge there.
yeah, okay. Yeah, mine doesn't look too far off either. Um, so there are like three different sides that go to that very middle.
Right, there'll be
Yeah.
three little rows, but you can barely see these,
And I think if you
here's
kind of pull on them,
one.
they kind of tidy up too, if you kind of stretch them out a little bit if they're uneven.
Yeah. And last year, well, you can kind of see, this one isn't perfect at all, but I'm telling you, it's just fine. Here's
Yeah. Oh yeah.
one, two. This is what I did last year. It's not quite perfect, but hey, it's
That
cute.
is that is super cute. I did do my pumpkin. I'll show you my pumpkin.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So
Hi,
it turned out
Cheryl.
kind of lumpy, but not too bad. I'm trying to get my camera to show
Here,
up.
let me make
There we
it
go.
larger too. Here, hold on. So everybody can
You can see my
see.
pumpkin. It's kind of lumpy on the bottom, but I really felt like this is my practice pumpkin.
Oh, I love it.
So I
It's
was good with
wonderful.
it. And then I dropped it in with some gourds that I bought at the store yesterday. So it's kind of in there with the other pretty colors and it just really blends nicely.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
That's just wonderful. That's
So my
just
goal,
wonderful.
so I want to make the acorn today. See if I can get that figured out.
I didn't knit a cap yet this year, but I remembered the cap being pretty easy, a lot
Oh, is
easier
it?
than the
Oh,
bottom.
okay.
Yeah, the cap was
Okay.
pretty simple. You cast on 21 stitches, so you have a little bit of something to work with. You have 7 stitches at the start. You start
Right.
at the bottom of the cap and
Okay.
then decrease it in.
And then you go up. Okay. Yeah.
And then I was looking at the directions today, and I think I did this wrong. That's a knit I cord. And I noticed that it says to do a, where does it say? Where did it say? Oh, maybe that's not, maybe that's right. Where did I?
Oh, the I cord is in round 11 through 15, so it's way
Oh
at
yeah,
the
there.
end.
Yeah, and it says work a purl I cord, and I did them all knit. So
So what is it?
I
Is that
think you
just,
just do purl stitches instead of knit stitches.
oh,
Purl
okay,
the
yeah,
purl the 3, slide it, purl the 3, slide it, you know.
got it, okay. So
But
you're still working with 3 needles at that point still, right?
no, you're just working with one needle, just like a regular I cord.
Oh, okay, so it's 1 needle. Okay, got it.
Yeah, put the 3 stitches on the one DPN,
Okay,
and then purl the 3, slide it to the other end. Don't turn your work, like an
okay.
I cord.
Just keep going straight.
Purl the
Okay,
3, slide it to the other end, purl the 3, slide it to the other end, and just keep doing that. But actually, if you don't want to purl and you want to knit, I don't know. That knit I cord looks kind of more like a twig. I don't know.
okay. And the idea is just for it to poke up to make a
Yeah,
stem looking thing. So, okay, slide it in.
yeah.
I'm just jotting notes here on the.
I mean, I can show you how to do an I cord. You know, right?
I am not sure if I
Well,
know because
let's.
what would I have done on the pumpkin? Didn't I? Was that not an I cord? No.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, you did an I cord on the pumpkin. You kind of started out with an I cord, but we can show you how to do that. I wanted
Okay.
to say, Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl. I see you're muted and I can't see you, but welcome. We're glad you're here. Oh, there she
She
is.
is.
Hi.
Oh, hi. I don't know. I can't get this to work. I'm here. I
You're
started
here.
this with you last year and then never finished it, so I thought I'd join in again.
Oh,
Good.
good. Good. Where are you in the process?
I just got started and then I think the working with DPNs, I've not worked with DPNs before, so that was a little
Yeah,
odd.
that's a really good thing. And let me talk about that and then we'll do the I cord as well. Um, let's talk about working with DPNs because I was working with them this morning and I thought, what I'll just show you what I do, what I remember to do. These are Likey DPNs, and they have this little black thing in the middle, which kind of reminds you. But the needles that I'm not going to be working with, I put the stitches to the middle so they're not going to be falling off. That's one of the first things I do. And then it's time to start a row or this is actually the last stitch in row. I mean, the last set of stitches in row 8 of the acorn. So I need to do one more increase here. So obviously this is the set that you're going to be working with. So you want the stitches to be close to the end of the needle. Here's your 4th needle. And this one, sometimes you knit with DPNs and I've got 5 in my set. You'll need 4 on your stitches and then the 5th one, but you'll use to work the stitches. But for this one, we knit 1. Now we do that left lifted increase. Here is the stitch below. That's not the stitch you use. Here is the stitch below that. And that is the leg. You put it into the left leg of not the stitch below, but the next stitch down, this stitch right here. And you put it into the left leg. And just like Shar was saying a minute ago, you knit into the back of the stitch. And you've done a really quite invisible increase. I really like that. Knit 2. And then we need to do a right lifted increase. And on the right lifted increase, we go into the stitch directly below. We don't go 2 down, and we take the, we take the right leg, not the left leg. We take the right leg, hold on to this stitch, put this one onto the needle, and knit this one knitwise through the front. And then knit this stitch. And, oh, I was supposed to knit 4. I'm silly me. Silly me. Okay. Knit 1, left lifted, knit 4. I was around and I didn't realize I was.
I'd ordered wooden needles too, and I think it's so much
Mm.
easier than working with the metal ones. But I got the Chiagu ones, however you
Yeah.
pronounce it.
And so then
One
now
more.
we're going to do the one below. Take the right leg, put it up onto the needle, hold on to this other one so we don't get them mixed up, and knit that one right way, and then knit. And the reason I knit into the back on that is because I knit combination style, and my stitches are oriented that way. So, okay. So then this is the part that I wanted to show you, Cheryl. Then when so I finished that. So I immediately move this to the middle so that those stitches don't fall off. And now I want to start knitting on this leg, right? So I pull that down so that the stitches are down to the bottom. I shift it around a little bit. And then I do it again.
So how do you keep it from getting ladders?
I don't know. It doesn't.
It just doesn't, huh?
Yeah. I mean, the first stitch, you'll want to, you'll want to, you don't want to make it go like that and then knit another stitch. You don't want it loose like that. You want to kind of hang on to it so that it's snugged up. And then the most important one is the next stitch. But actually, we're going to do a left lifted increase again. So not this stitch, not this stitch here, which is the stitch below. Put the second one down. We take the left leg, put it on the needle, and knit through the back loop. That's my left lifted increase. And then again, I knit like this because this is how my stitches are oriented, because I do this 2, 3, 4. Oops. Well, that was interesting. That's going to happen. And then we need to do a right lifted increase again. Here is the stitch just underneath. Here's the stitch. Here's the stitch directly underneath. We take the right leg, put it up onto the needle, knit it, and knit the last stitch. And you can see that, I've been doing this all along, and you can see how there are no ladders. This is what would be a ladder, I guess, but these are where those little rows start going up, those little.
Is that where the increases are?
The increases are just on either side, so that creates that
Okay.
triangle. Does that help, Cheryl? So
Yeah.
what I would do again now, if I need to knit this next row, so it's row 9 through 12, so I need to knit all those rows. So what I would do is I just finished with this one, so I move it to the middle. I want to knit this one, so I move it down to the tip of the needle so I can start working it. I take this needle out and I start knitting.
You had said something last week about rotating to the right, and that was helpful to me.
Yes.
I'm just curious though, why there is that little black strip on there? Does
It's
that
just
help you with,
it's a,
or is it just to label it?
well, the label is there. I don't know if they made it for this reason, but it denotes the middle of the needle. So I know that if my stitches are here, they're not going to
Oh,
fall off.
okay,
And so
right, that
I
would
move it
make
to the
sense.
middle and then I pull this next one. I want to knit on that. So it's the next needle to the left, which means rotating it to the right.
Mhm.
Pull this needle out and I'm ready to knit this row. Now these stitches seem to be oriented. I wrap these differently. I'm doing all sorts of weird
So you're going
knitting.
between English and continental? Or
No,
what?
I'm going between combination knitting and
Oh, okay.
I'm teaching myself. I hurt my hand. I don't know if it was my knitting, but my hand has been giving me problems, so I'm in the midst of teaching myself how to knit Portuguese
Oh,
style
no.
right now. So
And,
I'm knitting every style.
well, good for you. That's wonderful.
Okay, so and it's really quite simple. So again, move that to the middle. Here's my next needle full of stitches that I want to do. And I'm ready to do it again. And you see, Cheryl, I don't do anything really too different
Uh-huh.
in between the stitches, or in between the needles. I just continue knitting.
Yep. I'm
So
on row 12 right now, so I will be doing
oh,
um oh, I can change colors on row 13. I'm going to change colors just for kicks.
yeah, see, that's what I
Because
did.
I'm
I
in a
did
green right
here. So
now.
the cap, what's
Uh-huh.
under the cap is a different story, which is there's color, I mean, which is kind of fun. This one I made all the same.
Uh-huh.
But yeah. Cheryl, is there anything else you wanted to see?
Um,
Does she need help at the very start?
well, the very start, well, like you said, it's just awkward because there's so few stitches that you're working with. I'm a little confused about the increases because because when I learned to do increases, it was on a sweater type thing. And I thought we did like the line of yarn that was kind of in between the stitches, not the one
Right.
underneath the stitch.
And so the difference is you were doing make one right and make one left,
Yeah,
M1L and M1R.
you're
And
right, right.
yeah, and those are what usually you see and usually what I do. But
But on this is different.
this is asking for these left LLI
Oh, so it's a whole
and
different increase.
RLI. And so let me see if I can, here, let me see. I got this pumpkin that I was working on last time. Let me see if I can show you better on something larger so that it makes a little bit more sense. Where's my, oh, I'm knitting with double double yarn for the pumpkin, but let's see if this helps. Okay. Okay, so pretend like this is row 4, for instance, or 4, either 4, 6, or 8 of the acorn. So you knit one, And then you need to do a left lifted increase, which means you need to do it on the left bar, on one of these left bars, right? Because
Okay,
here's
yes.
a stitch, there's a stitch, there's a stitch, there's another stitch, and they
Mhm.
each have 2 bars. So a left lifted increase is always done on the left bar of a stitch. Then the second thing we have to remember is that it is not this stitch right here, this one directly below.
Right, right.
It's not that one. It's the one below that. So you can see here's the stitch I just knit.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the stitch that was just on this needle. And then here is the stitch that was knit the row
Right,
before.
okay, okay.
Okay, so the left bar here. So we will we will lift up the left bar of that stitch and put it onto your left needle.
Mm-hmm.
And then however you knit, you will knit through the back loop. So not the front, like normally you'd knit a stitch like that, but you don't do that. You knit through the back loop.
Okay.
And look at how invisible, I mean, it shows so much better on a little bit larger piece, but look at how invisible that is. It's really a beautiful increase. I'm going to try it the next sweater that I see that says, you know, to do it the other way. I'm going to try to do these. It says make one right. I'll do a right lifted and vice versa and see if it makes an even nicer increase. But anyway, okay, so then it asks you to knit. Oh, and I've run into some here. Okay, so pretend I can't. So pretend I've knit to the last stitch, right? Whatever it is on row 4, 6, or 8, you knit 2, you knit 1, you knit 2, or you knit 4, and then you have to do a right lifted increase. So a right lifted increase is a little more intuitive and maybe easy. It's just the next stitch down because
Right.
you can get to this right bar. It's sitting right there.
Right, right.
So you can get to it easier.
Mhm.
If this one was a left lifted increase, I'd have to knit the stitch first
Mm.
and then go down. Oops, go down to get my left bar. But they didn't ask me to do a left, they asked me to do a right. So here it sits right here. Here's the stitch. So I take the right bar, put a thumb or a finger or something on this stitch so they don't get confused because they tend to want to slide into each other. Put it up on the needle and then knit this one normally through the front like you would normally knit a stitch. And then I need to knit through the back loop because and then you can see again, look at how invisible these increases are. They're really quite beautiful.
So the Raglan sweaters that I have done, they had a different way of doing the increases. So I want to try that next time too.
Yeah,
I think to make it more invisible. Yeah.
right. The other ones, they want you to, let's get through these pearls here.
I'm getting the hang of it and moving my yarn up closer to the points when I'm doing my edges here.
Yeah,
That helps to
that helps.
slide the work up and then move it
Exactly.
down on the ones you're not working on.
Yeah, like this one here, it's not moved to the middle, so it's threatening to fall off. If you
Uh-huh.
know, if you make sure it's at the middle. So, okay, so what you usually do and what we usually do is
Right,
we just lift
exactly,
up this bar that's in
right,
between,
right, right.
Uh-huh.
and then we knit through the back loop. Or we try to. Got these 2 strands. And then if we knit here, you can see what that looks like. I mean, that looks great too. That looks perfect too. They both are great. This one here.
It could just be it's thicker and it's double yarn too. It sure looks prettier, I think, in the demo thing that I watched on YouTube. And
Yeah,
it might just
then
be
it,
a personal preference, for how your fingers are turning and how much pressure you're having to apply or think hard about it. I had to write out the directions step by step.
yeah. Does that help, Cheryl?
Yeah, that's helpful. I think maybe on a raglan sweater, they do it the other way because they want that little bit of design element of that increase showing. I don't know.
Mhm. Yeah. There's so many different ways of doing things, and as I'm learning so many different ways of knitting, I mean, I started out a left-handed thrower, and now I'm a right-handed um, continental knitter mostly, and I'm learning now Portuguese, and it's just all these different ways of forming these stitches, and it's so much fun.
Yeah, I've heard that Portuguese is easier on your hands.
Yeah, yeah. So far so good. I I do a fair amount of knitting, and I don't know if the knitting pushed me over the edge, but kind of got some repetitive stress or something going on. So does anyone have any questions? Any
When
other
you change,
questions?
I've got a question about when you're changing colors. Do you do both the old color and the new color together when you're changing color, or how do you hold it? Because I just did a double of both of them, and then I went, to attach so they're a little more secure.
Um, yeah, yeah, that's fine. I'm trying to remember what I did here with this, here with, oh, I know what I did on here. I can show you. Maybe it'll help. I don't know. On this one, I was working with scraps, and so I was knitting along with this kind of lighter green
Uh-huh.
and a darker green together, and then I ran out of the darker green, but I still had more lighter green, so I just put a strand of that rusty color in. Where did I
Mm-hmm.
start? Right here. Oh, I will fix this knot or not. It'll probably be fine. Well, yeah, I'll probably take it out and weave it in because I don't want it popping out like that when I stuff
Right.
it.
Okay.
But I just loosely just did a little simple overhand knot to put
Right.
them together
Okay.
and kept knitting. And then I will take this knot out. That's what I'd planned on doing, and I think I still will. And then I'll just weave it in down here so that it won't have a knot to pop out when
Okay. That makes sense. I
yeah.
was just curious because I just went from green to orange for whatever is going to be underneath the cap. So, I just wanted to do a different color. So we're good. So and then I knit 2 and then I knit 2 together.
So are the videos from last year still up? Where you said you had put that link in?
Actually, maybe there's a link on the ones for last year, but I put the links to the right lifted and the left lifted in the one that I posted 2 weeks ago. So it's in
Okay,
this
okay,
year's, just one.
okay. I guess I forgot. I missed that one. I forgot about it, so,
Yeah,
okay, I'll check that one.
here, I can give you the link. Mhm. There we go.
So did you put it in chat or where did you put it?
Yeah, I will. Here, just one sec. Okay, there it is. That's
There,
the
got
link
it.
to 2 weeks ago, the one that we did 2 weeks ago. And the links below in the description. The 2 links are below in the description.
Okay.
Pam, how hard is the mushroom? Have you done that yet?
You know, I haven't done the mushroom.
Oh,
To
okay.
me, it seems like it won't be as hard. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but I kind of feel like the acorn is the hardest. The leaves are pretty straightforward and
Are
easy.
they? Okay, I haven't
Yeah,
even messed
yeah.
with those yet.
I'd be surprised if you had any trouble with them. They look, they look complicated, but they're really not too hard.
Okay.
My stitches were kind of, I don't know. I could probably do a better job next time. You do things once and then you do a better job,
Mm-hmm.
especially these.
They're awful cute.
They're just
Now, is that
adorable.
flat? That's flat knitting. You weren't doing it in the round or anything, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And I just used 2 double, I mean, you don't have to. Actually, some of the time I use these these needles that I'd had. Here's one I'm starting.
Oh, okay. Really
And I
long.
just used regular straight needles, but I think I prefer using just some double point, two
The
double pointed
shorter ones.
needles.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, once you get the left lifted and right lifted increases done, I don't know, they're pretty easy. Okay, what's this? Make 1P. We'll make 1P. What's that stitch? Where are the stitches?
Cheryl, I don't know if it helps if I did a practice swatch before I even touched the acorn yarn, just to make sure I really had it down in my head. And then I wrote out the directions word by word. But that's how I am. I'm just probably a little bit slower in conceptualizing it than some people, but it seemed to have helped. I was doing that about 6 o'clock this morning. Make sure I really knew what I was doing.
Okay.
So if you can find the YouTube link, and really watch that, I think it helps a whole lot. It helped me anyway.
Yeah,
So
I will find it helpful.
Yeah. So I'm putting into chat a link for the M1P. This M1P. I'm putting that in for a YouTube. It's just a make one purl. So I'll also include that when I post it. So that you were asking about the mushrooms.
Oh, that's in there too? The
And
make
it
one
says,
pearl? It's a
yeah,
part of the functions. Okay.
yeah. So
Is there a right and a left on that one or just a pearl?
no.
So you're only going left?
No
I'm
one thought
guessing
this
you're
could be
only
done.
going left. Oops. Okay, so now I'm on row 15.
What it is it's basically you couldn't hear that, could you? You couldn't hear the video I was playing.
No,
Yeah. The make one increase, it usually you make it was that lifting up of the bar that I was doing before. It's
Oh,
the
okay.
one that we always do. And it doesn't call for it very often. I've never done it on the pearl side. So all that they're wanting you to do is that you're on the pearl side and they're wanting you to make one on the pearl side. So she tells
Oh,
you how to do that.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so it's just lifting up a bar and then you just purl it through the back loop instead of knitting it through the front or back. You just purl it through the back loop.
Roll it through the back. Okay.
And
Yeah,
and that link is there. It's totally simple, and it's a little awkward to get your needle there, but I think the mushrooms are going to be easier. Oh, did you see the pictures of the mushrooms in the other colorway? Did you see the other bundle colorway, the Fright and Delight?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay, let me.
I saw the Fright Delight, and isn't that the one they showed the hat in?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
But if you go to, they also did mushrooms in those colors, and they
Oh,
just look so cute.
oh.
So here is the. You have to go to the third photo if it doesn't come up, but it's so cute. Those mushrooms done in a different colorway. They just look all. I called them magic mushrooms because
uh-huh.
they're all fluorescent and
Oh.
colors. And those bundles are on sale actually right now. I have a few left over.
They're like the multi ones, right? The multicolor ones?
Um,
Or what do they look like? They're not the fall
the
ones?
No, they've got you can go to that link and you can see them. They've got gold and rust and white, but then they have a little more limey green and black and
Ah,
brown. They just have a different
that sounds
um
kind of cool.
yeah, they're really fun colors. And that hat is really cute too. I haven't knit that either, but it's really cute.
All right, I'm down to 12 stitches here. My acorn is taking shape. I'll show
I
it to
can't
you.
wait to
If
see
you can
it.
see it. I have to put it
Oh,
more. Can you
oops,
see it?
it pops in and then pops out. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's looking
it's
like a
coming
little
together. I went from the green to the orange, so the orange is giving it some
pizzazz.
pop. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
so fun,
All
so
right, so
fun.
And,
this is my last round. Knit
and
two
then when
together.
you get to the cap, do you sew the cap on? Kind of.
No, no, you're supposed to leave it so that the cap comes on and off.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, you can sew it on if you want, but it's just kind of fun to if you had it in a bowl, people would start fiddling with it and kind of have fun with it.
Oh, then
Oh.
One of my students at school asked me, was just glancing at the pictures I was showing him what I was going to be knitting next. And he looked at it and right away he said, does the top come off? He wanted to know it. It's like I hadn't even thought of that, when I first glanced at him. So I think it's kind of cool.
I do too. I do too. Nancy Ekval, or Bobby Entwald, I'm sorry. Or some of them, I guess it's Bobby from Blue Sky Fiber. She did all of these. Oh no, I guess Nancy did some. Yeah, I guess maybe it's both of them. But I talked to somebody at Blue Sky Fibers, I know last year before I purchased the fall bundles, and I said, "Have you knitted any of the acorns?" He showed me a bowl that he had there of them. I said, "Have you knitted any?" He goes, "Oh goodness, no." And I mean, he designs patterns
That's
and
funny.
beautiful things. He's a very accomplished knitter, and he just go, no, too little, too fiddly.
I
Hmm.
didn't remember the mushrooms from last year. I wondered if that was new from this year with the
Yeah,
new colors coming out.
absolutely. The mushrooms are new, and then also coming up next week, these are going to go up. The little for the
Oh,
holiday bundles, the mini stockings are new. So now we have to go with these holiday bundles. We have
okay.
stockings to go with the hats and the sweaters and the, let's see, hats, sweaters, mittens, hats, sweaters, mittens, stockings. What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something. Sorry. Have those. So yeah, those are
Huh.
fun. And then of course the snowflakes in the blue, little mini snowflakes to put on your tree. So
Oh, okay.
fun.
Well, it looks like I'm ready to do my 8-inch tail and weave it through. Yeah, can you see it? There you go.
There you go. Oh, that's so cute.
It's fun. I was just kind of thrilled to learn how to do the lifted increases. That was quite
Yeah,
an accomplishment.
that was fun. Yeah, it's fun to
Yeah.
learn how to do new things.
So do you have any pointers on the leaves at all? Like if I try that this week?
You won't have
Not
any trouble
really.
with that. Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah.
Let me look through the pattern again. It's just now that you know how to do the left lifted increase, I'm trying to see. It's mostly left lifted here on this birch leaf is all left lifted.
I don't know where I put my.
So did you do the leaves 2 weeks ago?
No,
No,
we
we
haven't
actually
done the
we
leaves yet.
didn't. Yeah, we didn't go through them. If you have any questions on it, are you part of the Facebook group?
Yes.
Yeah, ask if you have any questions on the leaves, ask in there. I try to hop in there every 3 days or so, 2 or 3 days, and or somebody else might be in there who's knitted them and can help you. But just hop in there and ask me if you have any questions on the leaves. I really don't think you're going to have any problems with them. You know how to do the left lifted. Just remember on the left lifted, it's not the next row down, it's the second stitch
Right,
down.
right.
Yeah. If you remember that, then you're good to go. I mean, do you want me to show you anything on the leaves? I'm happy to do it now if you'd like.
I wouldn't mind seeing how you get started, but I just haven't studied how to do it yet. I haven't looked at them, but
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know if Cheryl would want to.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Absolutely. That's what we're here to do.
Cheryl, what part of the country are you in?
I'm in California too. I'm a
Oh,
little
okay.
bit farther north, and yeah, I'm closer to the other side of San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
Contra
I was
Costa.
in Hayward and Dublin for years,
Oh, okay.
the East Bay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the East Bay.
Okay,
This is
that's
the
going through
maple.
all this. I guess I'm ready to stuff.
Takes such a little dot to stuff. Okay, so let me switch that. So I think this one here that I'm starting is the maple. I'm going to have to get oriented to where I am again. Oh, I can tell these things are going to be too long for me to knit here. Where's my other? I don't know. Let's cast on from the beginning. These needles are too long for me to operate. So they ask you to,
Today, not tomorrow, not next week.
do you want me to do the maple, or which one would you like me to show you?
It doesn't matter. Do
Yeah,
you have
the
a
maple-
preference,
the
Cheryl?
maple- The maple has all those points, right? That would be good.
Yeah, this one's the maple. This one's the oak, I believe. And this is the birch. And yeah, this one's really quite easy.
Yeah, that looks easy.
Okay, the maple. Let's start with that. So I'll cast on 27 stitches.
Is that stem a I-cord as well?
Yes. So you start, let's see, what do you do? I can't remember. I knit this, but it was so long ago, I can't remember how it will have to, it'll be a surprise for us both as I go along. Oh, that's me. I can do things for the first time many times over.
I hear ya.
I don't have another one of those mini skeins balled up. I've just got this
Oh,
yarn that I've already used, but we're just gonna pretend everything's okay.
did you stuff your acorn pretty full?
This is about, I don't know, does that help you
I
see
think I
how?
was feeling like I should have stuffed my pumpkin more when it was all said and done by the time you start doing those little stitches all the way through the stuffing.
Yeah, I think I would call this medium, not too hard and not too soft, if that's
Right,
helpful.
okay.
And this kind of feels the same.
Uh-huh,
I don't like things stuffed hard.
right.
You know, and
Well, you don't want
yet
it to not look like an acorn and they're not huge.
exactly.
So,
Of course, this is pretend, so we can do whatever we want.
yeah.
Would be a 12-inch circular needle.
Okay.
What was that, Cheryl?
Oh, I'm here at the library. That was just somebody that walked by.
Oh,
Sorry about that.
Okay. Is there enough light? I feel like
How to open your car door while submerged underwater.
There's somebody
okay.
that's, yeah.
So the first row of the maple is this is the wrong side, which makes sense because we just cast on. So this will be wait, I don't have my camera in the right spot and I feel like it's not light enough. Okay. We just cast on, so you can see that this is going, again, we're not giving you enough light. There, how about that? Can you see better?
That's, yes, I can
Yeah,
see.
that looks good.
Okay. So this is going to be the right side. It's going to be the pretty side of the cast on. Are the purl bumps. So it's knit 6, purl 1. This is the wrong side. Knit 6, purl 1. I'm not holding my hands in the right place. I'm so sorry. Not as easy to knit under a camera as it is to knit in real life.
Oh, I'm sure. I can't imagine.
I'm not yet professional at it. So here we go. 2, 4, 6. Another purl. Wouldn't you know, I started knitting with my tail. Have you ever done that before? Oh, this lighting situation. I'm knitting with darker yarn and it's starting to really bother me. So let me see if I can get some more light in on things. Okay, that's better. Okay. And what am I gonna do? I'm gonna take this out. It's been a while since I've done that. That's fun. Tinking, tinking. Okay, there. This is my tail. This is my yarn. And so we're gonna have another go at this. One. Beautiful rust yarn just sucks in all the light and makes it look dark.
Well, I'm working with a lighter color for my cap here. It looks like it's kind of a, what do they call the color? I think it's the
Highland fleece.
the driftwood.
Oh, driftwood. Yeah, I like that
Yeah.
color.
So that's gonna pop, I think, on the green on the acorn part. 6, 21, okay. And divide that between 3 needles.
So you're making the cap now, Shar?
I am working on it.
Cool.
Yeah.
You'll find out. I think it's easier than the bottom. Okay, there's the first row. Second row, which is the right side, is knit 1, right lifted increase. So knit 1. That's going to be fun. So here's the stitch underneath. Let's see. Can you see that? Here's the
Mhm.
stitch underneath. We've
Yep.
got a purl bump here, which is a little different than before, but here's the stitch underneath. So we do a right lifted. I mean, we put it on and knit it. So there we
Okay.
go. There's our right lifted increase. Does that make sense, Cheryl?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. And then knit 4. Let's see. I have to see again. What? S2 KP2 is slip 2 stitches knitwise as if to knit 2 together. Knit 1 past the 2 slip stitches over the knit stitch. So it's slip 2. What does this say again? Where is it? Slip 2 past 2. Slip 2 knit and then past 2. Okay, so slip 2 knitwise as if to knit 2 together. Knit 1 and then pass these 2 over. You want me to do that again?
Oh, that was pretty simple.
Okay. Doop, doop, doop. Knit 5 and then we need to make 1 left. Knit 5. And then we make 1 left. So make 1 left means that it's going to be on doop, doop, on this side because it'll be the left stitch. Now this is a little tricky because the second stitch down, here it is. Here's the second stitch down, all the way down there. Can you see that all the way down?
Mhm.
So
If
up.
need be, can you just kind of improvise and lift something up?
Yeah, but the only problem is if you sometimes you lift something up and then you go to knit the next row and you
Uh-huh.
find that you don't have a real stitch formed. Does that make sense?
Okay. So not a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, improvise just as long as it's a real stitch formed.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Oh, I did this wrong. I read the, I'm trying to, I read the, 2, 4, and 6, knit one right lifted increase. I did not do this right. I'm taking this out here. Here's my increase. Get rid of that. You're getting a real tutorial on how to take knitting out.
We're good.
But you're just knitting along there, so this is that slip pass over thing. I didn't do it in the right spot. Oh, I guess I did do that right. Oh, I did do that right. Okay. Okay. I thought I'd done it wrong, but it was right. All right. Well, there you have it. At least now we know. And then we slip two, like we're going to. We slip two, like we're gonna knit two together. I wish I was knitting the different colored yarn. So slip two, like you're gonna be knitting two together. Knit one, and then pass those two over. All right, that is correct. All right, now knit five. Now make one left. So make one left. So we're not going to do the left lifted. We're going to just make one left. So here we go. Just lift that bar up. Now we've made one. Knit one. Make one right. Oh, this is how sometimes it's easier to do it that way. Knit through the front. And knit five again.
Ooh, okay.
How's that looking, Shar?
Oh, I just had to cast on again because I couldn't get my DPNs coordinated. But I think I'm good now.
Knit 4.
I think I had was trying to avoid twisting. I think I'm good now.
Sometimes that first row is a little bit tough.
Oh, it's just, yeah, and they're not my most favorite, but I am feeling a little more confident. I just get spoiled, I think, with my circular needles.
Yeah, yeah. So then now I'm at the end of row 2. I'm at the left lifted increase. So once again, we're going to want to do it on the left. And it's not this stitch, it's the next one down. It's kind of hard to see it here. It's extra hard to see. So what I might do is I might follow Char's advice on this one and just grab something. I'm having a hard time finding that stitch below on that cast on row. So I think we'll do that. Knit through the back loop and knit 1. Okay, so that's kind of what I would call almost the setup row. See, can we see that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Maybe that's what's wrong. I'm down too far and it's not allowing enough light in. So that's kind of the setup row. You can see those little
Mhm.
places where it's going to start making little divots. All right, so I did row 2, and you're going to do row 2, that same row for rows 2, 4, and 6. All right, so row 8, or row 3, I'm sorry. Go back up to row 3 and we do, can you see this again, or is this backwards for you?
No, it looks like it's correct, but I've got the pattern right here that I can reference to. Can you
Okay,
see it,
good.
Cheryl?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, it looks backwards to me in my camera. So row 3 now. So we're going to do the same thing we did before. Knit 6, purl 1, knit 6, purl 1. That row again.
Got it.
So that's pretty easy. Make sure I don't grab that tail again.
When you're doing the pass stitch over, you're just sliding it from one needle to the next, right?
No. I'll show you on the next row
Oh,
again.
okay. All right, sorry about that.
No, it's okay. You're
I'm just
doing
looking at the
something.
directions here. I'm kind of multitasking.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you do the stitch first and then you pass it over.
Right.
Okay, got it. Okay, that makes sense. There's a lot of little rows on that there maple leaf.
Yeah, they're short little ones.
Uh-huh.
I just think having a here's the right side, and you can start to see the little veins start taking.
Uh-huh.
shape.
Yeah, yeah. That makes sense.
Okay, then I'm back to that knit one. And a right lifted increase. So this stitch down here,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
take the right leg, pop it up here. Knit, and then knit 4. And do that. Okay, so here, Shar, is the slip 2 knit pass 2. So
Right,
slip 2 like you're going to knit 2 together.
right.
Slip 2, knit 1, and then take these 2 and
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
pass it over, and it makes that vein.
Yeah, okay.
Right, right.
Like, who thinks of these? I guess Bobby and Nancy.
I think that was on a hat pattern I had done or something. It's coming back to me.
Yeah. Now I'm making one left. So down here, pick that guy up. And I need to knit through the back loop. Ta-da! And knit 1. And I'm making one, wait, uh-oh, I slipped down to the wrong row. If I make one, okay. What did I do? I need to make sure I started reading the row below. So that's slip 2, knit 5, 2, 4, 5. Make one left, knit 1. Okay, that's good. Now make one right. Okay, so this stitch right here, put it up there. Make one right, knit 5. 5. And then we do the slip 2, knit, pass 2, slip 2 like you're going to knit 2 together,
Uh-huh.
knit 1, and pass those 2 back over the top of that.
Okay, got it.
And we've got another little vein there. Love it. Cute as a button. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left lifted increase. So let's go down to the next. Through the back loop. And it gets easier when you have a couple rows on there to find that
Right, right.
stitch below. And then knit 1. How cute is that? Yeah, this is the right
That
side.
is really cute. Yeah, it's starting to take shape, isn't it?
Yeah.
So like how many rows in is that?
I just finished the 4th row.
Fourth
So
one? Okay.
so I need to do that first row again. I need to do so 5, 6, and 7. I need to do that first row again, and then the row that I just did one more time, and then the first row again. And I'll
Okay.
split a stitch here. Okay. Going back to knit 6. This is the easy row. Well, they're both easy, really. I mean, especially now that it's established. It's
Uh-huh.
like always, those first few rows are sometimes a little
Right.
tricky. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oopsie, I did.
So when you're doing the Passover, you're losing 2 stitches, but then you're following it by making a left and a right. So you still keep
Right,
your count.
exactly. Whoops.
Okay. Yep. All right. I'm following.
Yep, yep, yep. Okay, and then one more of that row that creates those little veins. Let's do that one more time. Knit 1. Right lifted increase. Let's see, that's not it. Here it is. Did you see that? I started pulling that bar up.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
just kind of,
Out of
you
habit.
know, you really have to look and go, no, this is the stitch. Right lifted increase. Um, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then now I slip the 2 like I'm going to knit 2 together. Knit 1 and pass those 2 that I just slipped over that one I just knit. It makes that nice big fat vein, which I find so satisfying. I just love knitting. Just it seems like, I mean, all these years later, a bazillion years, and it just seems like magic to me.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it is pretty cool.
I'm gonna make one left. Make one. Wait, did I count right? I got all excited. And 2, 4, 5. Make one left. Yeah, that's right. Knit 1 and make one right. I find that I kind of have to go like this to see the structure of it. I kind of have to do a little tug down and say, oh, okay, down
You
there.
see what you're looking at. Yeah, I can see the vein. I can see the line.
And yeah, and then say,
Or the
okay,
stitch
that's,
column. I think the gal was calling it stitch column.
yeah, that's the more, oh, this is a right. I have to go like this. Okay, like that. And then knit 5. But it's a vein of the leaves, so we can call it a vein on this
Right.
one.
Yeah. Okay. We can call it a vein then.
Not a technical term, but it's what it's
Yeah.
creating on the, it's
Yeah.
what it's really creating. Yeah, that's correct. So slip 2, knit 1, and pass those 2 over. and knit 4. Now, left lifted increase. So here's the left. Knit through the back and knit 1.
Yay. Oh, it's
Well,
coming
I
together.
always
Oh, that.
think I've got a
Looks good.
circular or something going on, and I'm always shoving it off the other end.
Uh-huh.
Okay, there, see?
Yeah. Oh, it's looking great. That's going to be really pretty.
Now, look at this. This is something that I find interesting. This is my tail, right? So this is
Uh-huh.
where I cast on, and look how far up it is. Look at how what we've
Yeah.
done has shaped it up. It's made it go up, and it's made it, you know, we've
Yeah,
just
those
been knitting
increased sheets. Yeah.
flat.
So then does it start doing decreases to shape it further?
Yeah, so
fully?
one more row. I'm going to do row 1 one more time, and then we bind off 5 stitches on the first of
Oh,
the next row. And so what that'll do, where did my thing go? I think we got this going on, and then we're going to bind off here. We're going to bind off these stitches here.
okay.
And then we're going to do some more stuff, and then we're going to bind off again.
Okay,
Let's
I
see.
can see that. Yeah.
Let's get there. Because I know I knit that once before, but I have no recollection. So this, this is like the first time. My son used to tell me, Mom's the only person I know who can watch a movie for the first time several times. Oh, okay, now we better get rid of some because I'm running out of real estate on my needles here. So bind off 5 stitches. So we will bind them off knitwise because it doesn't say to do anything any differently. That's what I am going to do. All right. One, two, three, four, 5. So we round off 5 stitches so we have a nice sharp indentation there. And the next thing we do is knit 2 together. Oopsie. Knit 2 together. And pass stitch over. I'm pretty sure that means pass stitch over. Just take the one before. Yeah, I'm just pass this stitch here. Pass it on over there. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
And then knit 5. How's your cap coming?
I'm on row 2. I think I'm getting it.
Excellent. I think you'll find it pretty easy. I guess I said that before. Okay.
Yeah, I think
Make,
it'll be okay.
okay, so I make one, knit 5, and then make one left, knit 1, make 1 right. So knit 1 is the middle of the, and make 1 right. Oh, you know what? I did the lifted increases because I just did the blank, but they look great. So I wonder how different that would look to do the other. Let's do it the other way. Let's take it out just out of curiosity. Okay. Let's do it the other way. Make 1 left, which is just this. Or am I getting my left? I might be getting my left and right mixed up, but anyway. Make 1 left, knit 1, and then make 1 right. Oops, make 1 right. Back loop.
Oh,
What's going on?
oh, I didn't, somehow or other, I didn't connect my sticks. My needles. When I
Oh,
was,
did you turn around and start knitting the other direction?
yeah, yeah. All right, that's okay. I can start over. We're good. I'm getting it. Every time's I'm a little bit better.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I know how that goes. I'm gonna do the slip 2, 1, pass 2 over. I feel like that, did that, yeah, I'm 1 stitch off. Do you see this? This is, I want to show you my mistake so that it's really important to learn how to read your work so that
Huh?
you can know when you've made a mistake before you have passed on and have to rip a lot out. But do you see how I just did that slip 2, knit 1, pass 2 over? And do you see how it doesn't line up with this stitch column here?
Oh, right. Yes.
So I went,
Oh.
wait a second, that's not very satisfying. That doesn't look good. What's going on here? And I thought to myself, oh, I did it a stitch too early. And so then I counted the end of my row and I went knit 4, left lifted increase, knit 1, knit 4, left lifted increase, knit 1. Yeah, I did it 1 stitch. I didn't, I need to
Okay.
do it 1 stitch over. So I love mistakes like that because they're real teaching, they're real moments where you can.
But a constant reminder to be watching.
Exactly. So
Catch them
let's see.
early, huh?
Yeah, we're not always that lucky, but yes, it's a good idea too. So now I need to go back to the beginning and see where I got off in my count. So bind off 5 stitches, which I did. I knitted 2 together and I passed a stitch over that. And that was the Passover right there. So here's my stitch. Now I knit 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make one left. There's the make one. Knit one. Make one right. Make one right. Now knit 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So not working?
I am thinking maybe I didn't count right and I only bound off 4 stitches instead of 5. So now I'm still troubleshooting, right? So
Okay.
let's take this out because I am 1 stitch off. And when you're taking stuff off, you have to make sure that you let those make ones go. You don't load them back on your needle, you know?
Yeah. Did they give a stitch count for that row? They must.
It's, they don't. They don't until the end of, well, they did on row 8. Yeah, they did on row 8. I probably should have counted right before I did it, but I didn't. So I know I'm 1 stitch off. So go back here and let's see. Okay. Um, Now let's count and see where we're at. Yeah, now I've got the right number of stitches. You're supposed to have 21 at the end of row 8, which is the row that I'm knitting. And I believe that you get rid of 2, but we're going to add 2 more. So it should have
Right,
21 at the
okay.
end. So I can count now 2, 4, 6, 12, 14, 16, 18, 21. So yeah, I just didn't bind off enough stitches. I need to bind off 1 more.
And this time I'm going to be paying attention to where my working yarn is and where I'm attaching my needles. Does that sound like a novel idea?
Yeah, just keep moving to the left
Uh-huh.
and moving your work to the right.
Yep.
But keep knitting, yeah.
All right. Where did I put my, there's my needle. All right.
Okay. Now my stitches are all oriented and weird. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna sit back. My back is starting to
Oh, do a
hurt from
stretch.
leaning over the,
Yeah, over the camera.
yeah, or under it. I'm gonna get this straight and give my back a rest just for 1 second. Let's see yours for a minute here. Let me switch the camera. Still with us, Cheryl?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Let's
I'm
see what we,
just so very on that first row, I'm on the last one that I've got to do here. But I think I've got it correct this time. So all is not lost. I'm learning as I go. I'm
it
doing a knit and then a
never,
purl.
Are you doing the cap still?
I am working on the cap on the first row. Steady as she goes.
are you knitting too, Cheryl?
No, like I said, I'm here at the library, so I um didn't have the right stuff. My stuff's at home.
Library is a
But
nice place. Is it pretty warm up there where you are?
it was a little chilly this morning, but it's nice now.
Uh-huh.
To the front. Well, it's helpful seeing that demo. I appreciate that, Pam.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, it was helpful.
I'm getting closer here. I just wanted to get things fixed and back on track here. Okay, now I'll switch the camera back. So I guess the moral of the story, of course, there's a million ways to do things wrong, and so maybe someone else wouldn't do things wrong the same way I did something wrong. But now I have everything looks a little, want to block this out. Everything looks a little stretched out because I've been messing around. But here now we have a straight stitch column here. When I
All
did the
right.
slip two, You can, let's see. Yeah, you can see the stitches line up.
Yeah,
So,
I find it helpful when you make mistakes because you learn, okay, if that happens to me, now I know what to do.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. And so then we'll knit 4.
Well, and I've got
Is
an
it-
extra stitch on one of my needles. I'm gonna move one over. I hope that works.
Oh yeah, that'll be fine. You mean to just put one on one needle?
Yeah, I just got
Yeah,
off
yeah.
by one somehow or other. I think I'm okay to now to start on row 2. Woohoo! All
Yay.
right. Yeah, we're good.
I shouldn't have said, oh, that'll be easy.
No, it's just that, no, I've been at it, for a while today, but I think it's looking like it's decent enough and it's my first one, so I'm giving myself some grace here. It's not a big deal.
Exactly.
And I just purl one, knit one all the way.
Okay, now we bind off 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I should be counting out loud, Cheryl, or Shar, you're probably trying to.
Oh, actually, I'm doing okay. I'm just on easy
Sorry.
peasy purl one, knit one, so.
And that's 6. Hallelujah. 15 stitches, and that's what we got. Okay, now row 10, and let's turn this guy over and we can see what we are creating here. And again, this is one end of the cast on, right? All the way kind of halfway up this leaf here. So
Uh-huh.
that this cast on row that was straight when we cast it on has been pulled into, these
Yeah.
extreme points,
Uh-huh.
which I find fascinating and magical. I
Yeah.
love it. One, 3, 6, 7. Okay, so there on this row, I increased 2 stitches for what it's worth. And then I'm not sure I'm going to be able to to do the entire one, but I think you get the idea, right? The rest of it
Yeah.
is very
Yes.
straightforward. So there we go.
Yay,
This is
That's-
what it,
that's beautiful.
So then that
And-
little I-cord thing is done kind of after you've bound off a few stitches?
yeah, it
How
must
does that come in, or
be.
does it work in after the rest of it's done? Maybe you attach
Oh,
it
it
to
says
that?
stem optional.
Oh, okay, so looks like you
Yeah,
did
I
it the
tried.
first time around.
You know, this was.
Maybe you do an I-cord and then attach it
Yeah,
to.
you pick up and knit 3 stitches
Yeah,
and then
okay,
just do the
okay.
I-cord. Yeah. I mean,
That sounds, yeah.
yeah. And then you just stick your, your end, just go straight down the
Right,
I-cord and,
right,
it'll be
exactly.
completely hidden inside of it.
Yeah, that sounds
Sounds
reasonable.
logical. Yeah, stem optional. Now, do all of them? The oak is the same. Yeah, none of them have the stems. Yeah, all of them, you do the stem after you're done.
Well, I like the look of the stem though.
Yeah, I do too. I think it needs a stem personally.
Yeah, yeah, otherwise it just,
It wouldn't look like a
Yeah.
leaf.
yeah.
Yeah, it would just look like a blob. Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
All right, well,
Well,
I'm
thank
tapping
you.
along here.
Let me see what you got.
It's coming along. At least I'm attached now, row 3.
Yeah.
It's got this tricky little knit to the front and the back at the end, but I'm doing it. I don't know what that must give it some texture on the sides or something is what I'm
No, what
guessing.
it's doing is you're increasing really quickly here. Let me show you. What you're doing is you started out with this amount.
Uh-huh,
And
right.
then you increase really quickly and then you decrease super fast.
Oh, okay.
So that because let's see, you do that on round 1. So you start out with 21 stitches,
Right.
which is the inner circle there. And then you
Uh-huh.
immediately on round 1 increase a whole bunch. And then on rounds 2 and 3, you keep them even.
Uh-huh.
And then actually you do another 3 rows even. And then on row 7, you start purling together, knit 1, purl together, knit 1, purl together. So
Got
then
it.
and
Okay.
then the next row you knit 2 together. The next one you purl 2 together. So you're decreasing them very quickly again.
Okay, got it. Okay.
So that first row just gives you an increase, a burst of an increase, but then the cap starts out small enough so it will somewhat stay.
Gotcha.
your-
Okay, that makes sense. I wasn't thinking about the knit to the front and the back is adding, but it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, thank
Okay.
you. We got an extra dose of time here today. I
Yeah,
appreciate
we did. Thank you very much. It was helpful.
Yeah.
it.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. I had lots of fun and I just hope everybody enjoys it. I hope everybody watching enjoys it.
Yeah.
These are special bundles that we only have once a year. I still do have a few more of the Fright and Delight, but then I won't have any more until next fall. So they're a special once a year item.
Okay. So the mushroom ones are on there for now, Pam?
What do you mean?
The Fright and
Are the
Delight one?
mushroom, the yarn that variegated, is that on the website?
For the Fright and Delight?
Yeah.
The ones that, yeah, I mean, you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
knit the mushrooms out of this
This stuff. Okay.
this bundle. Yeah, I mean,
Right.
this is what this bundle, I don't have many colors left of this, but that's originally what the mushrooms were made to go with. Originally,
Oh, okay.
they just had fun and knit them out of these other colors, and I actually think they're cuter.
Yeah, yeah.
They're
Yeah, I
awfully
like
cute. So,
them. I like them. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
so that link that I put in
we'll have
is to
it.
the Fright and Delight, and they are on
Okay.
sale as well. So,
Okay, cool. Excellent. I'll take a look at them. All right. Thanks for
okay.
your time.
Thank
Oh, my
you.
All right,
pleasure.
Cheryl, take good care.
Okay,
All
bye.
Bye,
righty.
Cheryl. Bye,
Bye-bye.
Char.
Bye-bye.